Is it recording? Yes, perfect, it's recording. Hey guys, so today I want to so first thing is I'm not explaining something about digital marketing strategies or how digital marketing tools works. So I'm not explaining those kind of stuff. I want to just explain very raw on my experiences, how I got into digital marketing and what I was doing before getting into digital marketing. The reason why I'm doing this this video, especially because I'm getting like a few messages on Facebook and LinkedIn. People asking me like, dude, can you help me like how to get a job in digital marketing? So what are the courses I should learn to get into digital marketing? So can you help me to get the reference? So all this kind of stuff. And also my friends, like few friends, they asked me like to help them to learn the basics of digital marketing, because they have their own set of businesses, so they want to implement digital marketing for their own business, which is why I'm like so I felt this video would really help for all these guys, this set of guys. So I just want to give my little backstory. So how I got into digital marketing, what are the problems I faced. So is digital marketing really my passion, whatever. Okay, so actually my background was BTech automobile engineering and MBA marketing specialization. So after MBA I got a job in actually that was a startup company. It was actually a broking firm, stock market. So my job was to get the clients and make them invest in my company. So the company invests a client's amount in stocks and it pulls some returns to the clients. So that's how the flow of the business. And for 8 months it was super fine. It's good, I was doing fine. Yes, like that was my first job in marketing and sales, and that it was financial sales, not even like any other sales, because financial sales are a bit tricky compared to other kind of sales, because that too I was working for the startup. So the problem was a trust factor, because since it was startup, people like they don't believe the company instantly. That's a problem. So for 8 months I was able to like manage things okay, and I was having super time, fun time. I was earning good. My pay was almost like 28,000 per month, and I'm getting like 20 to 30,000 incentives, so almost I'm getting like 40 to 50k per month. Now everything is fine, cool. After 8 months, gradually my sales are dipping down. I got a like warnings from my boss. Dude, like you have to improve your sales, this is not okay. If you are not performing well, you will be like so you will be in danger zone. So gradually my sales are dipping, and I got a warning from my boss saying that if I'm not performing well, I'll be out of the company. So just imagine what happened after 8 months. Yep, I'm out of the company. I was fired. Now then for 8 months everything is fine, I'm getting good, like good salary, like we used to have like weekly parties, we used to chill out a lot and a lot of friends, and now everything was shuttered and closed. And I got a break for 4 months and I was not doing anything. I was aimless, and I was in the assumption that I will get a job, because I'll get a job with like 50% hike. I can demand that because I worked for the company for 8 months. I can demand like 50% from my previous salary. I assume that like okay, I'll be getting like some 40k, I'll be settled, fine, like let's take some break. After 2 months and I was completely out of money. My bank was zero, because I couldn't pay my flat rent and my credit card bills, my personal maintenance, loans, everything was blocked. And after 4 months I don't know what to do. I'm trying to get the jobs, I'm not able to get, and finally I got a job. Okay, and second job it was, and luckily this was not financial sales. This was into a different domain. It was into actually it's an agency. It deals with what do you call website development, designing, like SEO services, Google AdWords services, so these kind of stuff. So now I have to get the clients for this company. So my job is to pitch the clients, call the clients, meet the clients, whatever, that could be local, that could be out of country, whatever. So I had to convince the clients and get them to on board and get know if they had any requirements. So that was my part. So everything is fine. I was now, because for 4 months I was jobless and I was on full fire. Now I was for 2 months I was super aggressive. I worked like crazy and I got like good sales for when I joined. And I don't know, somewhere down the line, gradually my interest is like it's dipping down again. I don't know what is exactly, and I couldn't figure it out. So after 7 months I got a warning from my boss, saying that my performance was not good because sales are dipping and a lot of issues. And he gave me 1 month of time. Sorry, 1 month of time, not 2, 1 month of time. So he told that line, Uday, prove yourself. I'm giving 1 month. If you can prove, you can sustain. If not, please, you can leave the company. Again, now for 1 month I thought of doing hard work and prove myself. I don't know, I didn't do anything. I was like recklessness. I'm not doing anything, and I told my boss, it's okay, I'm not concentrating on this job. I want to leave the company. I told it myself. And second time was, from second job also I was fired. Now I don't know what to do, because I lost the job again, and this time I had no any backup, okay, because I don't have savings, because I have to just survive on my monthly income. The same issue again. So the reason is why I'm not able to focus on my job. First thing is it took me a lot of time to realize, because it took me one month of time to self audit myself. What's the problem with me? I'm not capable of doing sales. I'm not okay with marketing. I'm a dumbass. Is that is something wrong with my face? Is really client not liking my face? So these kind of cross questions I used to get, what's wrong with me? Is there a problem with my language? Am I bad at follow up with client? So a lot of cross questions I question myself. So a lot of analysis, a lot of self audit. Then I realized that first 2 jobs, yes, though I'm getting some income, I'm not happy with that. See, ultimately, income, your status are byproduct of your working process. If you're not liking the working process, ultimately what are the salary you get, what are the fame you get, it doesn't make you happy. You end up in depression. So, and for 3 to 5, for 5 months I was in completely alone. I'm not talking to my friends, I'm not meeting anyone, because I don't even have enough money to go out and chill with my friends. I was just staying at home, and I was depressed. I was completely in depression, and I was so mood off. It took me 1 month of time to analyze myself why I'm not good at sales. So I understood that I'm not liking sales, so that's a problem. The problem is not with the job. The problem is my thing. It's my internal stuff. My brain is saying you're not liking that, but dumbass, don't do that same job. So, and I was like, okay, so now I have to find some other source. What is source? I was thinking I tried C language. I worked for 7 days on C language, and I was fucked up. What, man? C, what is C? I don't even know what is C language. Someone told me, bro, learn C language, you get a good job. So I was in the assumption that I will get a job if I learn C language. I get good pay. That was my intention, because I was living in that kind of mindset. So that was my problem there. So I learned C language for 1 week, then I end up no, this is not my place. And second one, I started learning what do you call that, big data, ERPs, and CRM tools. And trust me, I was completely fucked up. I couldn't even understand what they are. I felt those things are something Greek or Japanese language. I don't know what to do now. So but somewhere something is always in my head. Okay, first thing is, I know the basics of SEO, but that was not my my intention to get job in SEO, never ever. But I was so because of my depression, because of my loneliness, I thought of expressing my things to the world. So I cannot call each and every of my friend and say that, dude, I'm in depression, please help me get out of this depression. I cannot ask my friends, right? So I thought of expressing my things online. So then I was doing some research. I got to know, okay, let me write something on Facebook, but I didn't feel like Facebook is the platform. So because the problem is, even I cannot express directly to my friends because my friends will make fun of me, which is why I kept silent. But I was doing some research and I got to know there's a platform called blogspot.com. I think it was not there now. .in was not there, .com is there. So it's a platform by Google. Okay, so it's a free platform by Google where you can put your content and the entire world can see it. It's like a WordPress website, as simple as it is. Then I started writing on the blog. So what are the problems of doing job, and so what happens if you're not having right mentor to guide you. So this kind of stuff I started writing on the blog, and I put it on the Facebook, and suddenly my friends have seen that, and they started like calling me and asking me, what's wrong with you, what's the problem, that what is that exactly, like what do you want to say. So these kind of questions I got from them. So then I felt like this is something interesting. I felt at that point of time, I don't know, we call it blogging, we call it like an SEO, I don't even know anything. I was just layman. Then I started doing research on this thing slowly. So then I got to know there is a platform called blogging, SEO, Google Ads, Facebook Ads. So like these are things where helps you to promote your business. Then I felt maybe I should try this, because my first blog, it was so massively impressed my friends, at least my my bucket of friends. So I felt something interesting on that, so let me try this. So then I started slowly reading like what is SEO, like how Google AdWords works, what are Facebook ads. And funny part was, I don't know like people earn through blogging. That was so like really, and because that made me like I think I should learn something this. Then I slowly started learning SEO, Google Ads, all this stuff. But now it's been like almost like 4 months now. I'm jobless. At the same time, my income was zero, because see, I need to get income as well, right? So I got a plan. Okay, let me learn for 1 month aggressively on SEO and let's try a job. So I learned for 1 month like back to back without any without wasting time. And so after 1 month I changed my resume completely, and I just faked myself saying that I'm having 1 year of experience in SEO, and I just faked. So now this time I was sitting interview for first time. So he called me, like he asked me like few questions, and I was clueless. I don't know what he's asking. Like he's asking like different strategy. I thought he would be asking what is SEO, what is the full form of SEO, what is H1, what is title, what is description. These kind of basic questions I expected from him, and he's asking like complete strategies level. Like I was so like I was clueless. I had no answers for that. And you should believe that he literally scolded me. Like he told that only one thing. Dude, don't waste my time and your time, okay? Because I don't know why you're coming for this interview, okay? At this position, okay, you told that you done your MBA and you BTech, and you wasted a lot of your time, your parents' money. He gave me class for like 40 minutes, and I was so frustrated. I was so angry at him. I was because I never faced that kind of interview. So I came home. So at that moment I feel like I should call that person and abuse him. So that kind of mindset I was having. Then okay, it's okay, don't call him, it's okay. And I was for 2 days I was not doing anything. I was so upset. I didn't do anything. Then I slowly I understood myself. Okay, it's okay. Like then again I started like doing a lot of work on SEO, like strategy part this time, not like basic things. So then I'm getting calls from from the employers asking me to attend the interview, and I was so scared because of the first interview that was in my head. I was so nervous, I was so scared of sitting in the interview. So it took me 2 months of time to get back all my confidence. My motivation levels are drastically dropped. So finally somehow I managed myself sit in the interview. So this time I was fine, not bad. I think I'm pretty okay for the second time when I was sitting. So I gave like decent answers. I gave him some examples also how market works, how like top companies they do SEOs, all this stuff. So he was quite impressed. And so now the problem is pay. He told like it was night shift and pay is not what I expected. So then I left it. Okay, I didn't get back, and now I was sitting at third interview for the SEO. This time I was super fine. I did like I was phenomenal at interview. So they told like you're fine, can you join like in next couple of days. I was fine, I will join. I was literally waiting for the job for like 5 months. I was jobless, I needed money, everything was blocked, and I'm getting a lot of pressure from my from my credit card people. My owner is calling like pay the rent, or else if you're not paying rent for next month, you'll be out of the house. A lot of pressure. So I was okay with whatever he say, like but he told like if we cannot pay that much, because we will observe your performance. If performance is okay, then we can pay you like at least better than this, he told. Trust me, the pay I accepted was almost like 75% drop compared to my first job in the sense my marketing and sales. I used to get like 50 almost. Just imagine like 75% drop on 50,000 is, I was screwed. I don't know how to manage with that money. And somehow like I learned a lot of things, because for 6-8 months I was worked like hell. I learned a lot of things, how SEO works, how content helps SEO, like what are the strategies to improve your SEO, like what is ORM, what is Facebook ads, how social media works. So I learned different things for my first job. But of course my first job was like a lot of data entry job. So I worked for 1 year and I left the job, and I joined second job again. So now second job was, I think that was my crucial point, because I learned a lot of things at my second job. It taught me a lot of good things, because it was more advanced level. I learned now like how e-commerce platforms work, how how US market works. Here I think I worked there for almost like 1.5 years and left the job, and I joined another company, and that was pretty fine. It was good. But I want to say one thing: my first job, second job, and third job. So see, it was very easy to see that like I got job, but the struggle behind that is very high, very intense. I did a lot of hard work, and one of the good thing was I got a freelancing job when I was doing my first job itself. So that really helped me like to manage all my expenses, like my rent, my credit card bills, my maintenance, all the stuff. So the reason why I'm saying everything from scratch, digital marketing is, I can say it's like fortune for us, at least now, because way back like 4-5 years, digital marketing was like still like alien to the people. They don't know what is digital marketing. So now digital marketing is like crazy. Okay, so way back like 4 years back, when I was doing digital marketing, I got my first freelancing. Okay, when I was doing my job, parallelly I started doing freelancing as well. But one of the most important thing you should please keep in mind: never ever mess up your freelancing and job. Okay, job is job, freelancing is freelancing, because job is something like it gives you money for sure on monthly basis, and freelancing we cannot trust it, but it's an extra income. But of course there are two different channels of learning things. But never ever mess up, I'm saying again, and never ever mess up your freelancing in with your job. In the sense, Don't do a freelancing job in office, never ever, trust me. It's so definitely you will be caught and you will lose both the things. So balance the things, because you should balance both the things. It is very very important, and that's the beauty of freelancing. So I'm just giving an example, like, you know, like freelancing. So I did other things as well. So like, you know, you can earn through freelancing, you can start blogging. So for freelancing you don't need any funding. Like, you know, if you can get the clients, you can do it with your experience, whatever you learned. Second option is through blogging. So you can earn through blogging, but you need some funding for that, like, you know, setting up a website, hosting, writing the content. So like there are multiple things you need to, like, you know, fund for that. So option number 3 is affiliate marketing. You can earn through affiliate marketing, AdSense as well. Probably in the next video I'll try to explain, like, how this platform works really. You might be having the question, like, now how we can learn digital marketing. You don't have any funds, you cannot invest. So it's okay, like, you know, you can get everything online. So that's not a big deal, but you should, like, you know, you should be like more focused on one thing, like, don't jumble here and there. So that's a problem, like, you know, a lot of beginners do that. They start reading, like, you know, like multiple blogs, they follow multiple mentors, and they end up learning nothing. That's a huge problem, and that was my problem also earlier. Start with one website. Let's say when I was doing my learning curve, so I started reading blogs from Short Me Loud. So trust me, that's one of the best blog ever. Even now I read those blogs. So shortmeloud.com, that was owned by Harsh Agarwal, so you can follow that blog. So the beauty of the blog is you learn everything from scratch. So he explained everything in layman language, so you can understand easily. So first thing is shortmeloud.com, and for the basic level. So, and second one is Neil Patel. So Neil Patel, he's expert in SEO. He's, like, you know, he's one of the best person in the entire world. So from Neil Patel you can learn everything in a strategical way. So he gives a lot of examples, he gives a lot of strategies how to implement SEO, and apart from SEO also he can help you, like how Google AdWords work, how Facebook ads, like, you know, how social media works. So different multiple sources, you know, like multiple marketing channels, how they work here. Even Short Me Loud explains, like, you know, how AdSense work, how affiliate marketing works, so how blogging, how you can earn from blogging. So all the things you can learn from Short Me Loud as well. So I told you Short Me Loud, Neil Patel, and the third one is Search Engine Land. So this is one of the best platform to get the updates about, like, you know, new technology, what are the changes in SEO, and what are the updates with Google, any Google algorithm updates. So these kind of things you can learn from Search Engine Land. So Short Me Loud, Neil Patel, and Search Engine Land. So these 3 things are very important. So apart from these 3, I follow the person Gary Vee, because, you know, of course we are humans, like, you know, we get a still I don't say I was completely out of depression. Yes, still I was in, like, you know, somewhere, like, you know, I was still, though I was earning decent and good, but somewhere, like, you know, something was not okay with me internally. I know the reason exactly, because see, I'm the kind of person not okay with, like, you know, going to office, 9 to 5 job. I was bored of doing job, and I don't know, somewhere, like, you know, I'm not okay with the doing job. So that was my problem. So I always prefer, like, you know, freedom of life. So yes, I was trying for that. I was working so hard on that. I don't know when it gonna, you know, help me out to get out of this job rat race. So one more thing, I'm not suggesting you to leave the job and start your own business in digital marketing. No, learn, like, how really, you know, how companies work, what are the principles of the companies, how companies get the clients, like, you know, what are these deadlines, how deadlines work, how to improve the sales. These are the places for you to learn something initially. Trust me, if without doing job, starting your own business, you'll be like, trust me, will be fucked up. So whatever I'm speaking now, they're directly from my heart. So they are combination of pain, depression, frustration, like, you know, wrong steps, experience all the kind of stuff. So yes, we are humans, we take a lot of wrong steps, miscalculations, wrong guidance, but ultimately everything should make you to learn from those experiences. So if you're not learning from those experiences, then something is wrong with you. So yes, I speak everything, and whatever I'm speaking now is completely raw. You might be like, you might feel offended, you might feel like, why this person using abusing words. It's okay. That's no, I cannot help that, because see, I want to be like, brutally honest with you, and I don't want like, writing the script and reading it, I cannot do that. So I want, whatever I'm speaking, I want to make sure I was honest, brutally honest, as simple as it is. Okay, fine. I explained how I got into job, like what the problems I faced, my depression levels, and what I'm doing now. So see, make sure like, you're working super hard work. So like, Gary Vee says that you can be smart worker only if you can do hard work consistently. So that's a simple thing. So that's my punchline of the story. So my initial problem was I'm having terrible belief on myself. So after learning and executing things, I slowly started creating belief on my abilities. So that's a simple thing, but I recommend you and I suggest you, if it is possible, as a big brother, whatever you want, please work hard. I hope you're getting my point. So we tend to start business and earn income so fast, not just because of us. No, we want to prove others that we are doing something, we are earning money. So to just prove others we are doing something, so that's a problem for us. Do it for yourself. That was my initial problem, because I want to prove others that I'm doing good, I'm doing the best, but ultimately you end up doing nothing. That was the huge problem. We have to come out of that kind of mindset, so or else we get stuck in that problem. So ultimately I want to say that one of the biggest thing that helped me to grow myself is being consistent. So if you are consistent at one thing, trust me, you can grow easily. And one more thing, let's say you are learning Facebook ads, stick to that. Don't jump to Google ads or some other thing, because someone would say that, okay, do that, you can earn much. That's wrong thing. So those were the kind of mistakes I did at my earlier stage. So fix to one thing. If you're learning SEO, fix that and try to get the job in SEO and improve in SEO. Let's say like, you're learning SEO, you're learning Facebook ads, you're learning Google ads within 6-7 months, and you're sitting in the interview saying that I know everything, and you will not get selected. That's a simple logic. I don't know why people don't understand that. You are giving the kind of impression to your interviewer saying that I know everything, but not in-depth knowledge of everything. So all the basic points of everything, basics of SEO, basics of Facebook ads, basics of Google ads. Now why he want to hire you if you know only basics? So that person might be expecting from you in-depth knowledge, so where you can create strategies. See, one thing, we have two kind of people. One, the person who can execute, the person, and second one, the person who can create the strategies. So try to be next person, but to be a strategy person, you should learn execution. Yes, it's initial 1-2 years you'll be like execution part, maybe, until you join something startup, you don't get all the leverage to explore. But I say that please make sure that you are good at strategy and execution as well, because you can be good at strategy only if you are good at execution. So yes, initially you will be at the phase of execution only. So prepare your head always creating new strategies. So see, execution can be done by anyone. If you're thinking that you are good at copy paste job, everyone can do that, right? As simple as it is. But you should be able to give strategies how to improve the traffic. Like let's say you're having high competition. Now what's your plan on that? Don't say that like doing basic SEO, like no, it doesn't help that. Think beyond that, like how you that could be how your competitors are doing, like what are the problems in your like interface of your website, UI changes. That could be a number of factors. You can improve the traffic, but think on strategical level. But as a beginner, yes, learn the basics and make sure you are good at basics very, very strongly, and basics are very, very important. And second thing is start with the strategies. And maybe in the second video I'll try to explain what the difference between strategical person and execution level person. Okay, and trust me guys, if you are doing hard work, you can achieve whatever you want, trust me. So my problem was laziness, so that was my problem. I was trying to overcome that problems. See, for me doing this video is not at all easy thing, because first thing is I was super fucking introvert. I'm not at all comfortable doing all these videos and that stuff, but it took me a lot of self-analysis. I question myself, is that okay to start videos? How people gonna react? How will people make fun of my videos? Will they start scolding me? Like, a lot of questions, I don't know. But that, because those are my fears, so those are the reasons for me not doing that, not to execute that. So that's not the right thing. Start executing things. So yes, you can do multiple things. So in the next video I'll try to explain you what is the execution part, what is the strategical part, and also I'll try to explain you how to get the freelancing projects as well. So I hope this video has given some, I don't know, it's up to you, I'm not asking anything. And but one thing I'm saying, I'm requesting you, if you really connected to this video, please comment me in the below. If you have doubts, just you can shoot the comments, I'll try to explain. If you don't like it, please dislike the video. That's because see, it doesn't mean that everyone should like my video, but this is my pain, this is my experience, this is my whatever, like everything. So I just want to express things, because see, maybe if I'm at least helping one person, I'm very happy. Bye, all the best.